here.
Alright, everybody. She's doing a transition. Ready to go in just a second. Sounds like he was having a rough day. Wooga 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 booga. Haven't seen a raid fly through yet, so. There we go. Oh, we gotta mess this stuff in our backpack to sell away. Sell away we will. Good. Glad we got that one teleport scroll. That'll be handy. Alright. Looks like the raid is firing off. Let's see if everything runs over like it should here. There we go. We should have some music. At the very least, some noise. Don't see the raid firing off over here. Let me refresh the DDO stream page here really quick, so it can confirm or deny that the raid actually happened. Yeah, I don't see this raid. There we go. That actually processed. Excellent. Perfect.
To the front lines!
To the front lines. To the front lines. Alright. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Sorry for the kind of rough handoff start this morning. But when we're not both in the voice chat, it can get a little crazy. Alright, so we are on this Bard, Artie, Wizard thing. The basic focus of this life is going to be to charm and dance things, shoot our double crossbows in the face. Currently, I might change the swashbuckler pretty soon. Basically, when we have enough points, so we could bounce to different tact up here, then we'll probably make the switch. When we can switch to use our dexterity for damage. I think will probably be the point that we make that switch over. I'm not 100% sure, but we're kind of playing it by ear. I don't have a big plan for the build at the moment, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, why am I getting new messages? Like, new messages are flying up on my screen and all sorts of crazy. Alright, good morning, everybody. Feel free to use that chat box. I do my best to try to keep an eye on everything, but we'll just have to, like, see at the moment. Mute. Alright. Also have the Facebook, my Facebook up and running. Unfortunately, I can't stream to the DDO channel's Facebook. I realize it's a bit of an inconvenience, but unfortunately that's how it is. Alright, so let's get started. We are level 10. I think that means that we were busy doing Ravenloft stuff. So we're gonna get going this morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. I have to remember to take these vitamins really quickly. Forgot to take them yesterday. It tastes like bad stuff. So, yeah. Alright, that'll kick you in your pants in the morning. Alrighty. So our XP is not quite working out the way we're used to it working out. But that's okay. I figure worst case scenario, we can just go through everything a second time. Alright, so Oath of Vengeance. I think it's this one. Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit about the perks of this build in particular. So having bard songs is really fun, really interesting. Having bard spells are not too bad. But I really feel like it's missing a lot of oomph in the damage department. That's because we currently don't have like any stat attribute to our weapon modifier. So really, our bard songs and our items are really what's pushing our build when it comes to actually doing damage and stuff. We're wearing a 3-piece Ravenloft set. This one, the Silent Avenger set, which means it's the armor, the belt, and the cloak. So the armor gives us some fortification, which is kind of so-so. The cloak is giving us hide and move silently, deception, ghostly. Again, it's kind of so-so. And the belt is giving us quality dodge, blurry, dexterity, which is actually quite strong. Like, the belt is the strongest part of this particular piece of gear. Let's see, what is it telling us? Our dodge is 13 right now. I don't know. Again, everything's just feeling a little bit off. I think if we were swashbuckling right now, we'd feel a lot stronger.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, buddy. A lot of our power comes from the fact that we have access to rune arms, kind of filling in the power slot. Especially things like the Fireball, Hand of the Tombs, in situations like this where we have a bunch of baddies. I guess we might as well charm this Plague Reaper really quick too. Have it do a little bit of work for us. Alright. Anyway, hopefully everyone's having a good day, but that's basically the nuts and bolts of the build. Again, I don't have a plan, I'm just kind of winging it. I really kind of thought this was going to be a lot easier of a life.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Well, the biggest challenges have been places that normally are like go-to easy quests for me. Things like I really struggled doing Shadow King yesterday because I had a really hard time killing the end boss until I got to level 10. At level 10, of course, my gear was able to change. I was able to switch into the Barovian heavy crossbow and pick up a better rune arm and stuff like that. But at 9, I just could not do enough damage to that vampire to kill him, to make up his, to get through his healing. I just don't understand why. Other than I just did not have access to the right kind of weapons and stuff to kind of power through it. Like, the quest itself was not a challenge, it was just I didn't fight. So as soon as we took level 10, we were able to run through it multiple times and not have a problem. So, I mean, that's the main. I should have did the top 4 first, actually. This was a mistake. I have it always go down here first. Anyway. How are you doing this morning, Talab? Hopefully reasonable.
Alright. Tired.
I feel you.
Didn't sleep at all last night, and by the time I was like, okay, I think I can go to sleep, now it's like, well, pooh, now I have to get up in like 2 hours. So, and I'm one of those people that I function better on no sleep than I do a little bit of sleep.
Yeah, I've had moments like that, but generally I just try to take my nap. Yeah, I understand the theoretical logic behind it, but
I'll probably end up taking a nap here relatively soon.
Yeah, that's my plan for today. Whenever we wrap up here, I'll probably lay down, try to get some sleep. Alright, let's see if we can mosey through this without closing this door locked behind us. That's all that we really care about.
So I have been playing this pig reanimator deck on Arena, and I really enjoy
Yeah, I mean...
reanimating Ilhart out of the graveyard.
Could be fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It uses that 5-mana bond of revival.
See, good morning, Mike.
Hello.
Hope you're having a good day. Hanging out with us over on the Facebook side. So I do my best to keep an eye on all the various chats and places and things. So Facebook, on the other hand, is still broken with Restream, so it's a little bit delayed. I do apologize there. Alright.
Guess I could always jump over to the Facebook and monitor that for you.
I think mostly it's just they like to show me when people have joined, and then the occasional thumbs up and stuff on the Facebook side. My Facebook stuff is not as big. I do have some friends and family that don't make it to the actual Twitch stream very often. Alright, there we go. See, this is more of like the kind of stuff I was talking about, where we get a Reaper or a couple of guys coming in, get them charmed, and then get their head smashed in with whatever. Preferably, again, the reason I like the idea of the double crossbows that we stay away from.
Wow, I just got by
Danger.
that split card that has Stifle on it.
No,
Just
yeah.
got. Yeah.
Whoa, where are we taking... I feel like we're taking extra damage from something. Someplace that I'm not expecting it. Guess there are 6 dudes up here. So the wife decided she was not into this last season of Archer, so I get to watch it on my own.
Nice.
Yeah, so instead of waiting around forever to watch this last episode, I managed to knock it out yesterday. I'm pretty thrilled, actually. I am very excited. I've been enjoying this season. I think she dislikes the seasons where they're like in the fantasy ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but they're all just the fantasy ground. It's just the whole
Did yeah, sorry.
the whole point of the show is like it's all a big fantasy.
Right. Did you see that new blue planeswalker today, Sam?
I did. It looks okay.
I think it's great.
It's going to take a long time for it to do anything.
I mean,
Oh no,
it's
I am
probably
more excited
immediately.
about that red reverberating, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Either double a spell or double a planeswalker activation. That's what I'm more excited about. Alright. This is looking good.
Looking at the spoilers that got released here in the last couple of I already know one of the decks that I'm going to play for my my Wizard sponsored. I'm going to play a standard Scape Shift deck. It's totally doable right now.
It's been doable for a little while, actually.
Not really.
I disagree.
Standard?
Yep.
Scape Shift, do you think?
Yep.
What's your big payoff?
The Simic Ascendancy.
You think so, huh?
Mm-hmm. The biggest challenge is you don't get a win the turn you play your Seismic Assault. Or not Seismic Assault, Scape Shift. You win the turn after.
Right.
But like you get one or two of the evolution sages, and you get one or two of the gotta make sure everything's on me. Okay, looks like it's still good. And one or two creatures with a +1/+1 counter on it, and then you escape shift and you basically win. Again, you have to wait until your upkeep, which can be a problem if you're not, defensive enough to do things, but you run the explore package and you should generally be fine.
Oh man, did you see this dinosaur?
Yeah, the 7/6 for 3.
Yeah.
I'm not that impressed.
I mean, it's 7/6 for 3. It's not anything to be scoffed at.
No, it'll be fine. It's just that discard a card. It's gonna be painful.
Panharmonicon on a creature, that's sweet.
That could be okay. I haven't seen that.
That's bug and then 2 for a 3/5 with Death Touch and Lifelink, and then it's got Panharmonicon.
Well, on the weird plus side, this is, the Jerry time, so we should probably do our best to limit our talk to DDO related things. But yeah, there could be some really interesting and exciting stuff coming out in all the games lately. A lot of the news has been positive about a lot of things. So unfortunately, whenever Jerry does take these days off and I fill in for him, he never sends me any secrets. So I almost feel like I should just make up secrets. Unofficial secrets.
Secrets, trade secrets.
Secrets.
You know, like how. Well, you know how like the next expansion is gonna be Grey.
It's gonna be Greyhawk.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Sam, we're supposed to spread rumors here.
Not rumors, secrets.
Secrets.
Yeah, no, I actually heard that they're currently working on new bar food that will actually be like real food. So we're gonna get some buffalo wings in the bar. We're gonna get like some tacos. It's gonna be good times.
Yummy.
I'm actually really excited for tacos.
Only on Tuesday though, right?
Taco Wednesday's fine too, I think. I think tacos are pretty much good every day of the week.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
a taco guy. Taco man.
I had a lengua burrito for dinner last night. It's delicious.
I made a turkey sausage and egg for dinner last night. Breakfast for dinner.
We got this like little tiny taqueria next to my house, and we all went over there for dinner and got my lengua. I like lengua.
Yeah, we there was this amazing little taco place that was a food cart, and the wife and I would go by there. It took me forever to talk her into trying the place, and then as soon as I did, she like fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the city kept giving them the runaround here. They didn't like that they were basically parked in the same place all the time. So they had to, like, every week they had to move someplace. They could move someplace and then come back, but they had to move every week.
Right.
I'm like, geez, that's a massive pain. So eventually they ended up going to a nearby town that gave them a place that they could set up long term. And then they got like a really good deal on a cheap building. and then they set up there. But of course, you know, now they're out of town for us, so we didn't get it nearly as often. But they were really delicious, and their prices were good. And then they made the fatal error. They broke their pattern by getting that physical brick and mortar building. Oh, I got a purifying quiver. It's not that exciting. So hard for a quiver to compete with the quiver of alacrity, though. Like, there's basically no competition in DDO, in my opinion, for this quiver. Unless you need the bludgeoning damage, and you get that bludgeoning damage quiver. That's like the only time. But anyway, yeah, they committed the fatal sin. I heard that they closed down the start of the summer, I think. It was really sad because they had literally the best burritos I think I ever had in my life. I do not have that armor. I think I have that cosmetic, but I don't think I have that armor. A raven at the door. Epic version of the one you just got. Apart from that, yeah, alacrity is the best. Yeah, I would love to have. I'd love for there to be more wiggle room and quivers, but yeah, it's just you can't compete with the quiver of alacrity. I don't think. All right. Anyway, good morning, Wilburster. Hope you're having a good day, buddy.
Be back in a few minutes.
Okay. I said that before. I wish I had some secrets to give everyone, but alas, no secrets today from me. Can make up some stuff, but that's usually not the best way to go. I don't even know, like, this weekend's bonus. I think this is where I want to go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not there either. I've barely started my initial tea for the day here. Again, undead specifically is a real challenge for us. We can buy something, but I didn't see anything in particular that should be weakening us. Strange. Let's throw our party hat on. Let's throw our our sweet cinnamon. So yeah, we're just kind of moseying our way through these levels here. We're not doing anything super crazy. We're just doing R1s. If we get the opportunity to pick up some viewers or whatever on Sarlona, happen to be level appropriate and would like to do this content, let me know. Happy to have some people tag along, even if you feel like you can't contribute that much or whatever. Just don't be afraid. I'm just using the Barovian heavy crossbow at the moment. It's reasonable. If I was all decked out with all of the feats and doing ranged full time, I might be using the Rat Catcher. I feel like the Rat Catcher is just a solid DPS You already have extended critical. You already have ×3. So you have an extended range and it's ×3. So it's usually pretty solid, but the realization that they are now crossbows are just +1 to the threat range is really disappointing. I wanted to open that just in case things get hairy and I need to like load up. Probably summoned her a hair too early. A hair prematurely. Let's actually move her over here. Yeah, she died. I was trying to load up an emergency kind of situation here and then immediately opened the door and found myself in a bad way. One too many champs. That's not good. Alright, but we should be okay because our Bard song will kick in. Let's get... No! Pandemonium. No, that's just it. They've been doing that lately. It feels like. Feels like the amount of champs that spawn, or the amount of Reavers that spawn in the batches haven't increased. So now things tend to seem like they spawn in bigger clumps. Yeah, never mind. I guess we're just gonna let her go. Again, I just wanted to have the ability to run back to the shrine in case this fight can get a little tricky. Not the actual fight with the guys, but the mini bosses, but the one right before it. And since we don't have the ability to charm or web or anything sweet for those guys, I was a little bit concerned. Again, Go-Go Bard song. That was not too bad on that one. This is the fight that actually is problematic. If we get, you know, like a couple of bad champs right through here, we could be in real trouble. I think we'll be okay. I didn't see any like super bad men in there. Said it looks like a pretty normal. Like I said, I've been having situations where like every one of these guys are champs, and that is rough. Alright, looks good. Give me 1 second to blow my honker here. I'll be right back. That's better. Trying to keep my nose clear here. So there's something going on at the house. The wife's nose was going completely crazy yesterday.
You level 18 yet?
I'm working on it. Currently 10.
Alright, I guess I'll get on Shufus or Samus Helper.
Okay. Whatever.
Well, which is it, 10 or 11?
I'm 10. You can... I mean, probably not be the end of the world if you decide to go to 11, but...
Well, I had to pick between 9 and 11, so...
Oh,
I'll stick
okay.
to 9, it's fine. It's fine!
Yeah, not a biggie.
I mean, it's not like I do anything anyway.
Fair.
See? I can break boxes at any level.
That's true. Kind of surprised to hear you. You did not sound that good as I was, as I popped in while I was setting things up.
Yeah, I'm not great. Oh, I can take level 10. Looks like I'm XP cap. Let me take level 10.
There you go. The quests you're currently running are level 11, right? This part of the chain, I believe, is level 11. I'd move into back down to some level 10 stuff, but really the level 10 stuff that I enjoy right now, I think is out of this character's reach. Again, I was talking to her a little bit earlier about the limitations of the build. So like normally I would go do a Tempest Spine, right? But I don't think this character can solo a Tempest Spine. Although I can Rune Arm the end boss, I'm just not 100% confident that I would be able to get through to the end boss in a timely manner with this build.
What? You do not have enough experience to advance, yet I'm XP capped.
Must not
That
actually be
makes
XP
sense.
capped.
It's at 99,999.
Well, it sounds like you're one short then.
Well, I have 10 banked and I'm 1 short of 11. I don't know. Whatever. So we're doing some Ravenloft?
I am at the moment, at least. I'm glad my Featherfall went off when I clicked it. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm almost done with Raven at the door. I have to kill a couple of witches here real fast. Well, at least one. Oh, I guess they charmed them all. Never mind. We'll just go to sleep. I don't care. They can guard over me while I'm taking a siesta. Yeah, I know. Monday and Tuesday were pretty bad for me. Today, I feel pretty good. Usually, not the day that I actually see the chiropractor, but the next couple of days, I usually feel pretty good. And then I'll start like slowly building back up to be a problem.
Is this gonna be a problem?
Not today. Alright, let's see where we need to go. We need to go to the 3rd level. This one. So currently I'm feeling much better, like down to like a 4. Isn't that bad when you're like, a 4 is really good? But I have been cruising at basically laying down, not moving, just laying, not doing anything for the last couple of days. Ending streams early because I just can't take it anymore. So So down to a 3 or 4 where I can actually work is pretty good. See it. In other news, for those of you who are interested, it sounds like Remington officially got that that other job. He'll be starting this weekend, I guess. So that's good.
So it looks like I have to do Into the Mist to get up there.
Okay. Well, we can do some other stuff in a minute then. Repeat Into the Mist, or we can.
Yeah, I'd like to at least do that so I can get the Barovian weapon.
We could do other quests again with, I think, a little bit of assistance. I think I can knock out Tempest Spine, which is always a fun one. Did I not take the potions? Oh no, I didn't, did I? I just clicked the thing that said dodgy potions, great, but I don't think I actually took the thing that said take the potions.
Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle.
Certainly what it feels like. Certainly what it feels like. Alright. Let's get Strahd's Hate. Hi there, buddy.
Aw. Top Hat fell into AFK.
Are we gonna win this race? Yeah, he, I forget what he said he had to do. Something with the kid real quick, I think. Wink. Alright. Yeah, no, I wish I had some of the spoilery type news stuff that Jerry gets on Wednesdays. I think that would help with the retention on a Wednesday. But, I don't know, we'll do the best we can. Keeping people entertained. Unfortunately, doing stupid stuff like this and doubling back is not always the most entertaining. Oh boy.
No, I got sent to the quiet bin.
Well, that's what we were just talking about, but we thought you had
You were being way too noisy.
I'm sorry.
I thought
All this snoring.
I thought you had said something about the kids. I couldn't remember.
No, I had to go poke fire.
So, speaking of poking fire and the stuff that goes in said fire, I was asking my wife, I'm like, so in the last 3 weeks or so that I have been doing this no meat thing, would you say that or no beef thing anyway, would you say that I've been better or worse? And she's like, worse for sure. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna finish up the month of no beef and stuff.
Why would you do that?
I think is next Monday. Yeah, so probably next Tuesday, what I will do is I will try adding beef back into my diets a little bit, and see if that helps.
So here's something somebody might be able to answer here in my Discord. Someone says they got a new computer set up and running, and about DirectX is doing something where they can't get past the select server screen.
That's not a DirectX issue.
Okay, well, do you have a fix for it?
That's usually a firewall or a permissions issue.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that the correct ports are open for DDo's connection server. Which they usually are on default, but...
So what I usually do to fix it is to shut down the game client, restart the machine, disable the firewall and the antivirus, connect a character to a server, and then once you get logged in, the game client has had the opportunity to open up the proper ports and set the correct permissions, and then you can turn the firewall and antivirus back on, and you should be all set from there forward.
Okay. Well, when you get a minute, could you type that into my chat? Because that was a lot.
It is one or two. Alright. Get this one.
I do really appreciate the help, but that was a little much for me to keep up with, so.
There you go. Control, Alt, Delete.
Where is it? Basically, it's just a matter of shut everything down, restart, then while things are still fresh, disable the antivirus and anything else that's kind of trying to take over the ports. Then connect, and then you can turn everything back on after you're in. I've always just had to manually go in and open the ports in the router. Oh, I guess I can fire this one off too. Ba-do-do-do. Really wish I could figure out a way to tell Windows that if I'm running OBS not to make noise that I don't want it to make. Windows, be quiet. OBS is running. I'm trying to keep an eye on our Constitution score here. If we go too low, we've got to take care of it. Oh, okay, we're too low now. Fire off this guy. That should be enough. Oh yeah, I fixed all of it. Okay. It is unfortunate that we do this fire damage that we can't turn off. I suppose we could switch to this for some of it.
Do you want me to run ads while you're on doing Jerry's coverage?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
We're okay. I think most of the people know that we're doing stuff. We can talk about our D&D game tomorrow, though. That'd be alright. Why I double check the old Twitter box here.
Okay. So tomorrow, if anybody doesn't know, we run a 5th edition D&D stream on my channel, Top Hat to Lab, and Sam's channel, Samius Cordovan, as well as Shu's channel, basically everybody's. And we're going to be running that tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time. You can watch it on various outlets. It's a 5th edition. We're running a module called Horde of the Dragon Queen. I'm DMing it. Sam is playing an artificer. Shu is playing a cleric. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You should join us. If you're not caught up, you can watch the reruns on any of our channels.
Yeah, it let's see, starts at 7:30-ish Central.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Well, it starts when we feel like starting, basically.
Yeah, we try to start a couple hours before I usually start my D&D game or my late night stream. So it's in addition to all of the other streams over here at twitch.tv/SamusGarobo is the main point.
Yeah, check it out. It's fun.
Yeah, if you're considering getting into some pen and paper stuff, it's a place you can go ask questions, and we'll be happy to do our best to answer those questions.
Happy to give you all the wrong and bad advice.
Well, I mean, anyone who watches me play knows the plenty of wrong and bad advice. I'm heavy on the make the DM to actually kind of like figure out what the various NPCs would actually do.
Right.
Alrighty. Let's see. This is going to be one less loading screen, so we'll just take this.
You level 13 yet, so I can run with you?
Not quite. 10. I did not get as much XP last night as I probably should have. So my general rule for a stream is to get a level, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did not do that last night. I mean, I took a level, but I did not earn a level last night. The brain fire was strong the last couple of days, and I have not played DDO at the rate that I should. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that the throwback game that I've been playing during the week has been going so well, but I think that's mostly due to the fact that Remington is with me, doing the actual heavy lifting of the playing. I'm just there making commentary, really.
Yeah, are you doing that after this, or are you still just doing
I
this?
think we're going to try to do that tomorrow. It's going to be another short one because Remington goes in to fill out paperwork at 1 tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll do another kind of like shorter one, but it did you want to do this on Elite Shoe?
I don't care.
Is there a reason why it's already active?
I may have stepped in for no good reason.
Okay. Like, it's a first time bonus for me, so Elite is not a big deal, but I didn't
Doesn't matter
know.
to me. Not a big deal.
Here, have a Bard song. But yeah, so my plan will be to do that some more.
Have a night
tomorrow.
shield. Oh, wait, that didn't work.
Yeah, that's self only, buddy.
See, I try to do nice things.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna say you don't, you never have or whatever, but I mean, come on. So, depending on what the champ is, I've actually really switched to this notion of cleaning up the trash first to reduce the amount of chip-in damage for everything else, and then focusing on the big bad. Oh, I thought I had gotten that switched, and I did not. I could be incorrect to do so, but I don't know. It's been working out for this low DPS character. Instead of trying to focus down the major threat first and then take all the chip-in damage along the way. Something you ought to think about when you're, depending on your weird builds.
Kill all the stuff with the least HP first.
Alright, I'm gonna go make Fire angry. Be back.
Okay. I mean, the basic thought is if it's going to take you... You have to think about how long it's going to take for you to do enough damage to kill all the things, right? And if that damage is going to be... Or if that period of time is going to mean you're going to take more damage, you have to kind of to process that and think about that. Let's see, I got him. I was just trying to get you a haste timed out.
Wasn't me.
Well, that's alright.
I don't know nothing.
This guy should die pretty quickly.
What did I promise?
Did you make promises? Did we not kill all of the wisps? We must not have. We must have missed one.
I think we missed one. Look, Carissa?
Look, Carissa.
No Caristo for you!
Yeah, I think
Nah, Caristo.
I think you cray. Alright. Do you... Let me touch this. You want the chest or do you care?
Of course
I
want
usually get the chest. Okay. So I usually get chests, but...
I love chests. More
Love?
chests, the better.
Really? Is that where we're going?
Why?
Love?
I love chests. Chests are great.
Love?
They get all the booty.
Love?
I'm a feared.
Shouldn't be afraid.
All the booty.
There we go. I'd still like to figure out what the popping noise is like sporadically.
Hey, Silver Sword Cloak.
Nice. There you go. Go get your Barovian stick.
So now I have an actual cloak. Wisdom 6, Fortification 77, Physical Sheltering 14. That's an upgrade.
Congratsies. Tyler has joined. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us over on Facebook.
Are we still talking about Carissa?
I've never started talking about Carrizo, so yes. Alright, I'm just making sure that you get your thing safely. And then I kind of would not mind taking a shot at Tempest Spine. Assuming you have some muscles somewhere. If not, I may have to grab an item to...
I am muscle-less.
Okay. See if I can find a quick swap-a-rootski somewhere to be able to pull that one lever. Should not be that big a deal. I got a 17 native strength, so I put on a +6 item and that should be good enough. Where am I? There we go. This spot always is weird to me. Turn this off so I don't look so weird. Wish they'd get this graphic fixed for the rune arm. With the dual crossbow. I'm not 100% sure why. What hook points make that particular graphic happen, but I wish they would fix it. It's such a cool bit of this, I don't want to say this build, but of the Inquisitive tree that I think that they should prioritize getting that fixed in the next bug pass. Alright, some sort of strength thing.
I probably have some like Warforged Titan cookies if you need them.
Oh, I probably have some too. I'm just gonna grab like
My strength is 15.
one of the cloaks
Just enough to wear heavy armor.
grab one of the cloaks or
Actually,
oh, here we go. I can just wear this all the time now actually.
I wonder. Probably not very high. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's put that on all the time.
My dog has 17.
It's pretty good.
level 2 dog, yeah, that's not bad.
Alright, I'll meet you over in Tempest Spine in just a second. I'm gonna quick grab some teleport scrolls also while I'm bouncing around. Oh, teleport's level 5. What am I doing? Wasting time trying to find teleport. Alright. And then jump to house dress go. Alright, that's better. Alright, so we have a Diplomancer at level 10 with a Resonance Ruby in it. Help boost our Sonic spell power. And then we have the Nothing Barovian Heavy Crossbow, which is relatively solid for getting things done. Give me the actions. There you go. Oh, lava hearts.
Picking up my shippies and I'll be right there.
Sounds good. Assuming you can make it into the first cave.
I could probably find a way.
Okay. So I charmed a bunch of stuff and I'm just running through the quest, so. I really do enjoy Tempest Spine. I think Tempest Spine, they need to consider more Tempest Spiny like quests. And don't be fooled. Tempest Spine, well, technically yes, it is a raid. You can't have 12 people in it. It's really just like a super quest, which is great.
Very soloable if you bring the right gear.
Yeah. As long as you make sure that you have a couple of basic things under your belt, then generally in pretty reasonable shape. Not really sure why every single one of these guys seems to be kind of moving through molasses, but I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, I've noticed that for a few months now that monsters seem to do that.
Some of them, they just seem to like slow path through places.
And it's not place specific, because I see them run fine through it one way and then go slow the other way.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just they glitch out somehow and.
Alright, we gotta be careful now. This guy loves to dispel. In fact, he just did. Hey, Bachelor, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, you can call me Gord Robo. Sure, why not? I was gonna be like, they call me taters, salad, but not everyone will get that reference. And for the people who do, it's probably inappropriate. All right. She's doing his best to drag her allies all around. Oh, the death ward apparently got kicked off of Shu as well. For whatever reason, I was unable to res you, Shu. There we go. Did you get that Bard song?
I think so.
Okay.
Inspire Courage.
Inspire Courage is the other one. You should get Inspire Competence package. Should be like 6 buffs or 4 buffs or some buffs. Let me just give it to you. Let me just give it to you again. I think it fired off on me again. There you go.
There it is.
So it's whoever you have targeted when you start the song, not necessarily when you finish the song. That is a slight change. I don't know. I've not done a Bard since they made all the big Bard changes, so this is a little bit of new territory for me. Ooh, this damage is atrocious. Okay. So, what I'll do is I'll go to the fire side and pull them as far back as I can. If you want to, like, mosey your way to the ice side, that's fine. If not, that's also fine. You can just wait until I get fire killed. So he's gonna, like, run all the way around. This is where uh-oh. You must have a... Alright, on my way to ice.
And yes, there's a Fear Reaper here at the shrine. Ice is down to like 35%.
Alright, I'm gonna focus on ice then real fast. Alright, and then we'll kill this Fear Reaper. put your hat back on, Carnage Reaper. Not done with you. There you go. You're mostly safe.
Until I start to shrine,
I said mostly. I didn't say completely safe.
and then the Reaper breaks and comes over and eats me.
I mean, he could. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but it could. Alright, hang on. Let me give you a fresh song.
You can give me a song at the shrine. Or
Well,
the
you're
chest.
running away from the shrine. I was going to shrine because of the songs.
Okay, you do that.
And then you ate the soul when you're fully healed, or had a full blue bar.
I'm a soul eater.
Alright, I'll grab a quick sleepy sleep. See if there's anything exciting going on in the Twitter box. Not a lot. Dio Central giving us some love. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Like always. Throw the song on ourselves here. Throw our usual buffs. I'd still like to get the Eternal Wand of Charm monster. I've yet to get one. I'm not even 100% sure that it's still exists. I do at least one Tempest Spine each life. Eternal Lampshades. So speaking of which, we have to go ahead and put in the tier 2 and tier 3 emotes. I'm a little bit curious what people think they would like. I kind of want to do the Soulstone Stammus. And then I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the other one. Reaper mode? Yeah, we are. Okay. Lampshades. I mean, I'm pretty down with the general idea that we could have some sort of thing like that, but I'm not 100,000% sure exactly what that would look like yet. You put a hat on. Yeah, again, I'm not 100% sure what a quote-unquote lampshade like emote would look like. That's also on theme. our small army here of guys should take care of these rust monsters pretty quick, I think. I just did. I wish I
16 con damage, one shot.
give me a minute. I'll fix it.
I have a whole bunch of spell slots I haven't prepped anything into. I guess I'll use the shrine and prep some stuff.
Okay. Good morning, Ron.
Like Death Ward, Freedom of Movement.
Definitely some of those things.
Neutralized poison. Restoration's better.
Yeah, it's what Panacea is for.
Mass aids.
Alright. Again, with the rune arm firing off the astral projector shots, we should be able to take down Sojak here. As I said, I don't 100% have a plan. I'm thinking about this Samius Soulstone.
Samius is the Soulstone? That sounds good.
Yeah. So let me make a quick adjustment here. So I have this artwork here, which is a screenshotted DDO Soulstone, but with the Samius hat. I really feel like this Soulstone needs to be cartoonerized, like to kind of match. So I think I'll have somebody do that, but then I'm not sure what to do with the tier 3 one. I have 4 negative levels if you can assist me a little bit here.
I got restoration, but I don't have any spell components for it.
Okay, well then we'll mutter through.
I'll pick some up after this quest, though.
Well, again, part of the reason why it needed to be that was because of the... When you take the screenshot, it happens to be black. You know, to get a good screenshot of the Soulstone. Alright, Shu, I think it's ready for you.
Yep.
Put your hat back on. Well, I guess this guy doesn't want to put his hat back on. Again, our crossbow damage will probably be basically nothing, and almost all the damage will come from the rune arm. The rune arm should kill this guy pretty quickly, by comparison. Oh, let me... I'm in Stormreach, and if Thanos wants to come take my Soulstone, he can try to get it. think the Serlonians will have some things to say about it. As you can see, again, basically no damage is happening from the crossbow. It is pretty much entirely the rune arm actually tearing this guy up. Shoot now, where you at?
My rune arm's not doing as much damage.
Yeah, you probably don't have the evil rune arm.
Nope.
Man, this guy's just like obsessed with trying to make me take a flight.
Just a hand cannon.
Uh-oh, I got knocked down. It's a bad time to get knocked down. There we go. There you go. Have I ever wet the bed? I'm an old man. Over the years, I'm sure I've wet the bed. In fact, I had a waterbed for years that started to fail a little bit. It was one of those tube ones. And it only leaked under pressure from somebody laying on it. And it was a really low, slow leak. So for like a week until I figured out what was going on with the bed, I was like, am I pissing the bed at night? It was pretty freaky.
Why, yes, Sam. Yes, you are.
No, well, the reason why I wasn't worried about it is because, like, I would wake up on one side wet. You know, it's like I wasn't waking up wet in that region. It was just like to the left or to the right or whatever when I was laying down, depending on how I was laying that day. And I'm like, there's no way that I could possibly be doing that while and keeping my middle portion dry. You know what I mean?
Garrett, my depends are bone dry. Yeah, I'm covered in wet.
Exactly. So then I that weekend I took the bed apart and I found out that there was like this really small, again, it was one of those tube ones that had like 15 individual tubes for the waterbed. And I took it apart and I'm like, this one is got a slow leak on it. So I
That would say depends and Top Hat comes back.
I mean, you know what he's into. So yeah, I had to fix that.
I'm not apologizing.
And then a few weeks later,
you forgot to remind me to get spell components.
Well, I mean, I'm back to the boat, so you should get spell components.
Hey, Shu, go get some spell component.
Kind of fell off at the end there.
Alright, let's see what else we have.
Go get spell components.
Like Hearts of Hens?
Whichever ones you need to cast, whatever spells you're casting. Alright. Hips.
It's all in the hips.
Yeah, I think hips.
That bottle of air doesn't drop very often in there anymore.
Do you need a bottle of air for some reason?
No, it doesn't drop very often anymore. I noticed the other thing that comes from a breakable in Vaughn
4
isn't there very often anymore either.
So
Although I don't know if it's the drop rate has actually changed or just the amount of people running it has changed.
probably that.
Making it appear like it's a lower drop rate.
Well, it never had a particularly high drop rate. I think over the years I've only seen 2 myself.
I picked up dozens of them. Dozens, I say.
I think I've only seen 2. Alright.
Alright. So what level spell components do I need?
Alright, did that share over?
Hips, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of pain cream on the back of my neck real quick, and then I'm going to start the quest.
You got pain cream for your neck? Can I have some?
Sure. I'll send you a link, and you can pick some up.
Okay.
Works okay.
Now he's gonna do a 24-hour stream to get it funded.
Okay, so I don't need any level 2 spell components.
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure what this actually costs.
I do need level 3. I do need level
Looks like it is $75.
$75.
Oh, looks like there might be
for
some
what?
for as low as $60 on eBay.
For what?
The pain cream that I use.
Oh.
This one might contain 2. Alright, Wilbuster, you have a good one, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
So I need level 1 artificer components as well. I got plenty of those, okay.
Alright. I'm gonna go start the quest.
Okay, I'll be there shortly.
Oh man. Conley Woods is already tearing into Watsy now. Do I need to disable the traps in front of this thing? Probably, huh? I don't know if the
Maybe.
traps are...
We're doing hips, right?
Yeah.
That's in the
Harbor.
Harket?
In the harbor.
Harket?
I mean, if that's what you want to call it, I guess. I mean, I hate to use accurate words and such.
Me too.
Alright.
I can fix your neck levels now.
Good.
I can help you prevent getting them as well.
The issue is I'm getting dispelled. I only get 1 death ward. I don't like having the various clickies anymore.
I has the death ward.
Oh. This is quite bad, actually.
Don't die, Samus.
Yeah, we'll be okay. I got most of the. I got the guys put to sleep here. Just.
See if there's any in the small chest.
I don't think so. I think I took them last time. And by think, I mean I know I took them. So I got 79 of them.
None in the big chest either.
No.
I can buy those on the 2nd floor, right?
I don't think so. I think you have to go to House Jurassica to buy those. Or I suppose you could buy the bound to character ones in House Kandark. I don't know. I was talking with my doctor friend Ben the other day, and he was seeing a patient who treated his migraines with a Tiger Balm and a Bengay mixture, I think. I don't know what you were trying to do there, Slab buddy. I'm not 1,000% sure what the cheer command is, but I think it's just cheer. Yeah.
Oh.
Not sure why the noise didn't play yet. Oh, I don't know. The stream elements has been acting squirrely the last. There it goes. There you go. Thank you, buddy. It's been acting squirrely the last.
Yep, that's what I got for my ad.
That's better than what I got. I watched. They let me watch like 7 ads that day that I cheered for you or whatever.
Yeah.
They were all for 5 cents a piece.
Nice.
Which is fine. I mean, the fact that I was able to get any ads at all is good, but
Yeah.
it would have been nice if there were some slightly bigger ones.
Yeah, that was 3. And they're like 10, 10, 5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's all they let me watch though.
Hey Sam, I'm breaking all the vases and barrels.
Okay, sounds good.
Killing them all.
Get your vase and slit barrel slayer. Same story, Wood. I don't think the hashtag or the pound is part of that. If you would like to cheer those points, I think it's just cheer and the number. I don't know. I always just go through the little bit menu on that thing.
It's actually possible to cheer other than with just the cheer thingy.
Yeah, that's just what I use is the cheer thingy, and then I type in the value that I want instead. Yay! You have an extremely painful toothache? Well, I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize what it's like to have pain that you can't make go away. Better than most. My wife was, her nose was running pretty bad yesterday. And she's like, that's it, I'm going to bed. I can't take it anymore. I'm like, I'm sorry, that really sucks. I'm like, my pain's probably like at a 6 or a 7. She's like, just because you're hurting doesn't mean that my pain doesn't exist. It's totally true. It's just, I was like, well, I'm trying to sympathize with you, that I understand that you hurt and it feels bad. Not that your pain doesn't exist. Wood shared rewards to 3 others in chat. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's like a special going on right now with these like bits that if you cheer so much you get like a special emote, and then you can gift it to people or something like that.
The pride emotes. Nice. Till the end of June. Alright.
Oh, there's 20 of them? I got all the emotes I need. Well, no, that's not true. I don't have a lampshade one yet.
Anonymous cheer for 1. Well, thank you, my friend. Every bit helps. And that must have been Shu because he just giggled. That's a lot of flags. That is not the button I wanted to push. Here we go. I just hope they have as many for the 4th of July as they have for the Pride Month.
Zero.
I mean, I understand the rationale for Pride Month, and I'm totally fine with it. And, you know, you want to celebrate, it's fine. My issues are always like, it's not an accomplishment, and Pride should really be over an accomplishment. But I understand the logic of making sure that you put that stuff forward so people... in the past, it was not normalized, and it definitely should have been normalized. So having Pride to help normalize it makes a lot of sense. I don't think that's a good term for it, but it's as good as any, I guess. Normalize month seems pretty bad. But or attention month or whatever. But
Probably more accurate.
well, that's what it again, that's kind of in my mind what it's about, right? Is helping normalize the people who did not get recognized, and maybe they don't get recognized very much the other 11 months of the year or whatever.
I'd like to have the I pulled myself out of bed today day.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment right there.
So, like, again, in my mind, Pride should kind of be over an accomplishment or something along those lines, just because you happen to be something or whatever. I think is a poor reason for Pride, but again, I get it. It makes sense to me.
No, you're probably gonna have to come back and get me.
Okay, where are you?
Right next to my soul stone.
Oh, you're like way back there. What did you do? Did you find... Oh, you're like next to the shrine.
Am I?
Yeah, you can make it. It's like right behind you. That being said, I'm not that super far away, so in the event should you have a problem. But I don't know. One of the things that I think that you can be proud of, even though it's just again a place that you happen to be lucky to win the geography lottery, is pride in your country. But again, it's something that you're more proud of the accomplishments of those in the past, not necessarily your accomplishments, unless of course you served or are serving or whatever. So what happened? This Call Tale Sentry get you?
The 14 others that walked away did?
Yeah. Must have walked too far one of the bad directions.
Probably.
Are you coming?
Yep.
You are definitely not.
I am. Just breaking these boxes that I ran past first time. Before I shrine.
Alright. Well then I'm off. I've
Bye-bye.
cleared that way for you. You should be good.
Well, fire is getting low. Be back in a little bit.
Okay.
My fire for you is getting a bit low.
DM Ling? Hang on, that does not seem right.
No more singing.
D
'cause
milling?
This is not the show.
Here we go. We'll go D milling. Thank you very much. You're in for it now, my friend.
You're gonna die.
Oh, let's not get carried away. He might eventually get frozen. Or maybe we'll have a cure for the death by then.
Maybe.
Yeah, you don't know. Alright, I'm gonna start the swim. Oh goodness. Like immediately.
Hey, there's a mushroom here.
She was projecting she was going to die and feels like everyone should join him. Maybe.
I am a projectionist.
Are you? Did you find work?
No.
Aw. Thought maybe you decided to try your hand at the movie theater biz.
You really think I would steal some poor young kid's job?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, I would.
I think that would be a good fit for you too, actually. Selling popcorn, cleaning up messes, making sure that the movie runs. All within your ballwork, my friend, as a father. Like you've nailed it all. Alright, I believe traps are down for the swim.
Yeah, I'm looking for my underwater action item.
You should not need an underwater action item, but
I found it.
well, I don't think they actually change film anymore. Pretty sure that's all digital now.
Digital download.
I agree. It was
the best of times.
excuse me. It was a good joke.
I'm back.
It was the worst of times.
Alright. The biggest problem is I gotta kill all these monsters so Shu doesn't get murdered.
I mean, that sounds like quality entertainment to me.
Having to kill all the monsters or letting Shu die.
Letting Shu die.
Well, I had to already run back for him once.
You did not have to.
I did, though.
I was right at the shrine. I was recovering.
I mean, it's about time for Shu to sizzle anyway, so.
Oh man, I'm ready.
Wait, why
for
do I
some-
have to sizzle? Why can't I just crinkle today?
I don't know.
I'm ready for some
Do what you want to do, buddy.
food. That's for sure.
My food won't be ready till 6 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, it's a little late for me. He did because you didn't know how far away the shrine was. Let's not be accurate with facts and stuff here.
Yeah, what's with all the facts and stuff? That's not cool.
I got 2 shoulders and 2 racks of ribs today.
It's quite a bit.
Well, I got a bunch of people coming over too, so.
You monster.
Hey, you're welcome to come, Sam.
Well, like I always say, hold your breath. I'll be on my way.
Man, it's
Only
not
if
beef.
Wood's gonna be there.
I was gonna invite Shu, but he said that he clears a room out when he eats pork. So.
Probably accurate. That and I can't have beef or pork yet. Another week.
Oh, okay.
Then I said I'm gonna do it for a month. Try if magically at the end of the month I feel much better, I'll keep doing it. But if
Well, I got some chicken in there I can throw in there for you.
How about some chorizo?
I don't have no chorizo.
you know what I've always wondered about the U.S. How long does it take to adapt to different food source? So like guinea pigs actually have been a food staple in South America, like big guinea pigs.
Yep.
For a while. And I have the feeling that here in the US we're probably going to have to make a similar adaptation at some point soon.
That was the best rat burger I've ever had.
I mean, I'm from the South. I've eaten stuff that most people would not want to eat. Look,
Just curious if how long it will take.
Corizo.
Carissa, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Suspect sometimes Wood is like about to lose it. Just like
Chor. So it's chor e su so.
you have chores to do in the kitchen. You dance. You kill your friend. Close enough.
Shori. Chore iso. I don't know.
Carissa.
I just always go to how do you say on YouTube and just like find the one.
I never was into that book learning and stuff.
Boop.
I don't understand all that book learning stuff.
Shori like shories. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, can we get this guy on our side here?
I've heard of shori like the French guy that lives down the street.
Shori lives by the seashore.
Yeah. I never heard of a Tosk, no. She's gonna come in here and just scream at me, you know that, right?
Seems reasonable. Do we have to kill this guy? Is he one of the officials? Who's the last official, Shu? Was one of the officials. Did we miss one somewhere? You guys can't speak Spanish or read English. Oh, that's fair. Alright.
I think it's the one that you have to climb up the ladder to get.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I'm not, I'm a wordologist. I make up my own words as necessary.
That's right.
Becky is laughing at us heroes. Aww. We're heroes now.
I've always been a hero. Alright. I'm not sure what symbol that's supposed to be, Ron. But, kind of looks like a...
Where-oos?
Kind of looks like a saddy face. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a saddy face.
Is it a hangry face?
Oh man, I'm hangry right now.
26 more minutes, right?
I don't know. It depends on how long I decide to go tonight. But that would take me to 1 o'clock, not 2 o'clock.
So 86 more minutes, right?
Lemons.
Something like
Lemons.
So what did you want to run next?
Lemon pops?
I know I'm 10. Do you want to do the first couple of the Ravenloft ones?
Sure.
Okay.
We can do it.
Purple, red, square, circle.
Purple?
I don't know. She's putting like purple, red, square, circle, kangaroo.
the only 5 I know about.
Alright. So, here is some alternate names for animals. Some of these I think you guys know, and some of them I think you guys won't know. So, who, like, can answer these? I'd like to give the chat a second before before you guys just, like, nail it. But, fart squirrel.
What is it?
Fart squirrel.
Bart squirrel.
Fart squirrel.
Fart squirrel.
So I figured it would be like the easiest one to figure out.
Oh, no, like Bart squirrel, like Bart Simpson, or are you saying fart? What?
I'm saying fart like the tooth that comes from your bum.
Okay, all right, fart squirrel. Okay.
Fart squirrel.
All right, we'll give chat a few minutes.
Does anybody in the chat know what a fart squirrel is?
It seems pretty obvious.
I would think so too, but it took you like 5 minutes to figure out fart and not Bart.
Well, I mean, we all have our shortcomings.
Alright, I'm standing outside of Death House when you're ready.
I'm trying to figure out what that last emote she posted was there.
Well, it's Thor holding up Mir.
Oh, meow meow?
Yeah, Mir.
Meow meow.
Alright, Death House is...
Yeah, meow meow.
Alright.
I thought it was Whiz Whiz.
No, it's always been meow meow.
Alright, so do we have any guesses from the peanut gallery first before I turn to the other peanut gallery? Is there half of a language I speak? Yeah, it's English. You can speak half English.
I speak American.
Just the bad half.
Chop suey.
So,
shared this quest.
I mean, I know how to order a burrito.
This is how I know that I'm hungry. I'm watching a video where they deep fry half a pig's head. I'm just like, man, I'm really hungry. Like, that looks good. Alright, so do we have any guesses for fart squirrel?
I mean, I got a guess, but I'm waiting on chat.
Again, I think this one's the easiest one. Chat, any fart squirrel guesses? I'm in, by the by.
We?
Yeah, I already did it once on whatever. And you're just a first lifer, right?
No, I'm a 64th lifer.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Let's see, she has finished her Troezios and Javas?
Yeah, huevos?
Caroso Hero.
Huvos.
Caroso Hero. So sandwich with
Hero.
sausage in it.
Oh, okay. Alright. She's not hungry.
I'm a little jealous. Yes, huevos. Haha! I got one!
Huevos. Eggs. Delicious eggs.
Alright, so I guess I'm done waiting on the chat. What do you guys have?
Skunk, right?
Correct. El Skunko. I never heard that one before. Have you guys heard that one before?
I've never heard that before.
Majestic Sea Flap Flap.
Majestic Sea Flap Flap. That's just like way too many syllable.
The real question is, now that I've heard it be called this, can I think of its proper name ever? Just be like, oh, look how majestic the sea flap is today. While we're waiting on the majestic sea flap, we'll put an easy one out here that everybody knows. Trash Panda. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that one. Yes, you're definitely a Trash Panda. That is not the button I meant to push. Alright, does anyone have a potential real world name for majestic sea flap?
I mean, I got 2.
Okay, what do you got?
So I would say either a sea lion or a I call them bat rays, but they're like the ray, the thing that killed sea.
A stingray?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a stingray is the answer I'm looking for.
Okay.
Deep select chicken.
Shoemang these guys, man.
They're very good, actually. I've eaten bat rays before. They're kind of stringy, but tastes pretty good.
Giraffe bird.
Giraffe bird?
Yep. Alright, carry on, Shu.
Okay, I think you're right. Yeah, a bunch of people in chat. Nobody wants to guess?
No, I don't think there's really that many people here. I think these are a lot of the... For whatever reason, DDO stream, when you raid over, it's... Either they have something where a bunch of people watch from a non-raidable source.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of get like the bots and the people who are mostly AFK. Why
what is
playing or something.
What is a expert in many languages apparently? I think she should guess some.
I mean, again, I don't see the, like this one, the draft bird seems pretty clear to me as well.
I think I have it, but this one I'm not sure on.
Flamingo? That's a fair answer, but I don't think that's not what we're looking for today.
That's what I was thinking it was.
The answer that we're thinking about today is a ostrich or a emu.
I guess.
I mean, have you seen an ostrich or an emu? Those things are like 100% all neck
I was thinking more along the lines of an egret, but
I agree with Wood. I like the flamingo better.
Of course you did. You got it right. If it was correct.
Well, no, I mean, to me it just makes sense.
flamingos are more long-legged than long-necked.
And again, I think you take a look at... Oh, man. Alright, I'm suddenly going to have to run to the restroom, unfortunately. You take a long look at a flamingo here. and it pretty much nails it. I'm just gonna run through the rest of these real fast and throw it up on the Twitter. Giraffe sheep is a llama. Looks like duck puppy is
Could be
a
an emu.
emu something. Duck puppy is a platypus. Beach chicken is a seagull. Nope rope, of course, is a snake. Freedom glider, of course, is an owl, or not an owl, a bald eagle. Furry potato is a guinea pig, which is where I kind of came up on this from. Tyrannosaurus deer is a kangaroo. Danger noodle, they call that the cobra. Looks like. Sea
Not
cat
what I call
snake.
it, but
Sea cat snake is an otter.
I got him.
Cat snake is a ferret. Danger water cow, of course, is a hippopotamus. And danger floof is the brown bear. Brown bear.
Got a little chuckle out of you there.
Excuse me. Oh. Some of those are really
So-
good.
Actually, interesting thing about the eagles though is that the sound that you hear most commonly with the eagle, that's not an eagle. It's actually a hawk. They want it to sound like more, just awesome. But eagles actually kind of have a sissy kind of sound when they squawk. Just a little useless trivia for you.
Sam's sleeping on the job again.
Yeah, he's draining the water pipe.
I don't know, that was an emergency restroom, and it might be just more than that.
No, this is the DDO stream, so I'm using some language that is more appropriate for
Yeah.
said stream.
Yeah. I had to make Tink Tink.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of, mysterious remnants.
Well, no, Wood said sissy is his third grade, and I was choosing my words wisely.
Okay. There we go. Back.
I thought you went to make some, some mysterious remnants or something.
Nope, I went to make Tink Tink. But you got that lever pulled.
So did you hear my useless trivia there, Sam?
I did. And the reason that's kind of the case, like you said, is because I like it to make it sound awesome. But the other part of that is that when you are the biggest, baddest bird in the shed, you don't have to make a lot of extra noise. You just get the job done.
Right.
So, in fact, they're like the stealth bombers of the birds.
Yeah. Yeah, they're awesome birds, but they just don't sound intimidating.
Nah, they just kill you.
That's right.
You know, like the condor. So there's another sweet bird. I'm trying to think what it's called right now. I remember reading a bunch of books on them in most of my life, actually, except like I read the fiction stuff about it, and then I got excited about the bird, and I started reading a bunch of actual information about these birds, and now I can't for the life of me think of the right bird. Peregrine hawk, maybe? I'm sure I'm saying that wrong.
Peregrine?
Maybe. It's one of the big hunting birds, and that thing is a beast.
And I think that's actually a falcon,
Yeah, it is.
not a hawk.
And I'm pretty sure I don't know. What I'm thinking of is a hawk. But it is definitely a P word hawk there.
If anyone's interested.
Then that is not what I'm thinking of then. I'd have to refresh some of my young adult literature. Dust off the memories on that. Let's see, I think the old bone grinder's next.
Yes.
There you go, the old Google box. Pulling out some stops for you there, Wood. That's, like I said, that's probably what I'm thinking of. One of my former teachers. Never mind. This is the wrong kind of day to make these observations, I think. Oh, man. I think what I will just do is I will grab a snip of this Twitter timeline here, and then I'll quickly sneak it into the Discord in
the no pants room.
Yeah, in one of those rooms. That's probably fair. Probably the fair. All right. There you go. That is the one I'm looking for. The Duck Hawk. Yep. I actually read quite a bit about them because of somewhere around, I don't think it was middle school. I think it was like 5th grade maybe. I read the book series, the first book, My Side of the Mountain, by Gene Craighead George. I think that's the correct author's name. And it's one of the reasons I started doing all sorts of reading about animals and stuff when I was younger. I was through a lot of middle school, high school. I really thought I was going to move into some sort of animal observational type thing. I was actually thinking about specifically ocean animal life. And then I realized when I actually got to the ocean that the ocean was very large. And that was not going to happen.
Did you also notice that it was very wet?
I was not worried about the wet part, but very large. We walked out onto the beach in Florida, and I looked to my right, and there was nothing but water as far as I could see. I looked straight ahead, there was nothing but water as far as I could see. I looked to my left, and there was nothing but water as far as I could see, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't happening.
Got in there and then forgot that he hated water.
I don't hate water. I just as a person who grew up in super landlocked area, right? You go to a lake, you go to like a big lake here in Kansas, and you look over, and you know, let's say you go to a really, really big lake. You look over, you can see land on the other side. You know, and you look out and you don't see anything but water. Yeah, it seems a little bit no for me.
When I was a kid, I got sucked under by a riptide, and I would have went out straight out to see if it wasn't for some just stranger just happened to grab me by the britches and pull me out. Would have died. That was one of the scariest things in my life. So bad, it like tumbles you underneath the water, and you just like have no idea where you're at. You know, like which way's up and which way's down.
Yeah, I've had weird, like we used to swim at a sand pit. And, you know, sand pits have all sorts of weird-ass currents.
Yeah.
They have, like, false bottoms and all sorts of weird things. So, yeah, I'm kind of familiar with the idea that, you know, you get sucked down and do weird stuff, but there's a lot of, I don't want to say techniques, but things that we learned as a kid from my father in the event that we happened to get pulled into something. And I remember one day I thought I was going to die. You know, kind of a similar situation. We used to have this massive rope swing that went out, like, way out. And I got tumbled around, spun around, stuff like that, dumping down. Got sucked around, you know, in a little bit of, like, not a big riptide like what you got sucked into, but like the equivalent thereof of in a sand pit or whatever. Yeah. And I thought I had broken through. Like, I thought I was underwater for a really long time, and I thought I had got up to the top. And I don't know, it was like a weird sensation, and I went to take a breath, and it was all water, and I was like, oh man, it was pretty bad. It took me like almost 3 minutes to get back up to the top after taking a big old mouthful of water. That was a very scary day.
Sounds like
Not as frightening as, you know, getting ripped and like, it was just down, right? It pulled me down. It tumbled me around and pulled me down.
Yeah.
But not laterally, you know?
Yeah, it was disorienting, you know, like it sucked me off my feet and started pulling me out, and I was just like going underneath the water, tumbling. It was terrifying.
Yeah. I can imagine. I said it would be like, that day was bad enough thinking about it, going back. I mean, I didn't take that rope swing, I don't think, for the rest of that summer. Like, I was practically pooed myself so bad. But yeah, if something like that would have happened to me, I'd never go near the ocean again.
No, I just have a healthy respect for the water.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who's like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, no thanks.
Right.
Like, nature, you try to kill me. We're not playing this game again. You tricky minx, you.
Sometimes I got no sense.
I mean, I definitely think that it would be, it's a matter of bravery, right? Being afraid but doing it anyway. Putting a fear, the irrational fear behind you.
Be afraid.
But yeah. That's a little on the too much for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go stabilize this fire, and then I think I'm gonna lay down and take a little snooze.
Sounds good to me, man. So we got at least another hour and a half of maybe 2 hours of the stream today, and then I'm gonna do something very similar.
Yeah, my eyes are just getting too heavy. I think I need to take a little snooze. I can't hang out that long.
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, y'all have a good night.
Peace, buddy. Yeah, I wish I could figure out what that static is. Is it coming across on the stream? I imagine it is.
It's not coming through on Discord.
Yeah, it's probably not loud enough to trigger the Discord. Like, I've been retweaking my Discord settings again, trying to get it where we're not just blasting people with random Discord noises or random noises here. I'm trying to charm as many of these guys as we can get away with just to... Oh, Fergie ran up top already. Oh, that was brave of him. Brave and foolish. Whoa. Somebody hit me pretty good. Need this armor out of here still.
Oh yeah, what armor is that?
It's the light armor. I can't remember what it's called. But it's the other part of this set, but it's not the bathrobes. Or the pajamas or whatever. Alright.
They're right at the top or the bottom?
It's at the top.
Fergie, do what I tell you to do. Oh, stupid dretch that Sam charmed and left behind.
Yep.
Can't even shrine.
Kill it.
Do you think I am a dretch killer?
Oh, probably not.
Dirty dretch killer? Another one? Really?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. Don't act like I killed anything.
Didn't kill anything but me.
I'm here to charm things and loot chests.
Chest loots?
Man, how did I manage to anger all of these guys?
Don't worry, Fergie and I are coming.
I'm not worried.
You feel to kill them all, right?
I mean, if you really, really want to. I mean, I'm
only
just...
Only if they drop a poop cookie.
Like, I've only been... basically just charming and fascinating my way through the mess here. And once I get old Magorna killed here, my plan is just to fascinate them all and leave. If I had some points for shards, I would reroll this chest a couple times even, but really don't. Alright, so if it's here, it is not here.
Well, I haven't looked in the chest yet. If I get it, you can have it.
Are you just waking up everything that I'm charming?
Nope. Fergie might be, though. Mislaid Investment. Is that the one you need?
Yeah, I think it is actually.
That's the,
Yep.
the monk one.
No,
Thing.
that's not. That's the light armor one.
That's the one you want, right?
That is, in fact, the one that I'm looking for, yes.
There you go.
Sweet. Oh, did I
I thought you
pick
were
it?
charming this shit.
Well, I was fascinating, or whatever this is. Fascinating / enthrallment. I'm not sure why they broke this last time. But you should be able to go.
Just kill him.
Whatever.
I mean,
I just think there's some timing issues with weapon swings is all. Sweet. Now I can switch to light armor
Here.
instead of these bathrobes.
have a D-door.
Okay. Sweet. See what this looks like. Oh yeah. Look at me. Look at you dork. Alright.
Looks like a pair of assless chaps.
Man, you're just like really pushing our DDO stream luck, aren't you?
I'm just saying, that's what they look like. Not my fault.
It looks like a duster. Looks like a duster, my friend. Oh boy.
Don't encourage him.
That is correct. Don't encourage him.
Who are we not encouraging?
Well, you for now, but you have to read the rest of that. You have to read the rest of that chat train by looking at the whole picture.
But I don't want to.
Well, then I guess you'll never know.
I'll never know. Okay, so now we're heading to Castle Ravenloft.
Yep.
In on Epic Elite.
Okay, seems strong. Alright, we're good now? We're good now. See, so we have ally in the basement, treasure card hidden by fire, so assuming that we have a smooth... oh, and Shu's got D-Door, so we can ignore this fight too. We can leave Shu to take care of that business. So assuming we get a reasonable... You want to go do the D-Door trick there, Shu? You brought friends. You brought the friends. Alright, to the basement. Let's cruise through this really quickly. This probably won't XP cap us, but it'll probably take us close enough that we'll level to 11.
Meh. I still need 30k for the next level. Hey, it's a bottle of wine.
Alright, the chapel and the South Tower. So yeah, it's the quickest run here. So we got a good quick version of this. This now works on these guys. Hey, Beefy. It's a late lunch for you, isn't it? Right on the second floor. Grab a couple collectibles. Grab this chesticle. So we're taking suggestions for tier 2 and tier 3 subscriptions. Not more than I think he did last night. So if you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them.
What's that build you posted, Beef?
Titan was pretty ecstatic for cracking 6,000 damage on his melee.
You went up to the second floor, you said?
Yep, floor number 2. And he and Beef were
kill all the
discussing.
stuff on the way there?
I killed the dangerous stuff and hypnotized the range stuff. The range thing doesn't matter. Breaking my ankles.
You ankle breaker.
Eval damage. Yeah, as I remember how to play a bard, I've been doing more and more fascinating and leaving things. Yeah, maybe.
That's just fascinating.
The main thing right now is trying to come up with the badges. We have Wood and Talab are on tier 2 and tier 3. So now I feel obligated to get the, not badges, but emotes fired up for them. I want to make sure there's something a little bit nicer, and I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and have the artist, one of the artists that has been cultivating my business on Twitter, do them. Yeah, emote ideas. Like I said, I really like the idea of doing a better, what I call the Samius stone. To basically be a soul stone with the Samius hat flying off or whatever. Like, I like that idea. Let's see. Now we're going to the 3rd floor.
Into the bedroom.
Yeah, I do too. Man, Fergie just did not care. But I'm not sure if that's where the tier 2 and 3 belong. I feel like the tier 2 and 3 should be more this stream focused, and maybe I move a slightly more generic one to a tier 1. Yeah, no. Like I said, I'd like to take suggestions for the next 2 tiers of emotes. If you guys have ideas, shoot them to me. I'll consider all options. I might just even put in some temporary ones as well. Going to the lake this weekend. You'll take pics. The water's at a record. Nice. I have a friend in Kansas City this week. I should make time to go visit, but I don't think we're gonna have time. I don't think he's gonna have time to see people, and I don't think I'm gonna have time to be able to take off and go do that. Although this is the last weekend I think I have off for the next month or so. Well, so as you know, I also do the arena stuff, so we have basically tournaments scheduled, and open houses and blah 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 for the next month or so, month and change. And then most Saturdays even I've been busy at the arena lately. But yeah, I should take off and do something else. But if I thought that I could get free, I'd consider it. Just trying to listen to my neck crack. It's always fun when you move something in a way that it should move and not make weird noises. This one. I'm gonna be far enough away that I don't have to worry about getting blown into the trap. Yeah, we may not make it to our normal Wednesday time. We'll do what we can, but my head is starting to hit that old dial today. I was doing pretty good for a long time. Yeah, Ron, I know that you told me once in the past you basically just look up things in other languages to kind of get away with things in chat, so I'm not going to acknowledge your Japanese. I might look it up later after the fact. Alright, now for the actual dangerous fight. These restless souls are crazy. Alright, maybe it wasn't inappropriate, maybe it was just the troll people. I don't have time to be trolled right now.
Really? 676 gold pieces and heroic deeds, that's it.
I mean, I guess you're lucky. Here's some lore fueled pack burner thingamabobs.
Not bad, I guess.
They're fine if you don't have anything else. I think those are good if you're doing the if you're doing the stone shape or the druid thing. It's pretty good. I mean, bonus PRR is always pretty solid, right?
Usually.
Yeah, that was surprisingly a lot of XP, actually. That was still 23,000 XP.
29,000.
Alright, so I'm going to once again featherfall through here. This is one of my favorite parts of this quest, or zone, is this featherfalling down to the city here. Can't tell you why I like it so much, I just do. Oh, baby. Alright, so I've been trying not to talk about spoilers too much about Magic or whatever other games, but the Scry Cycle's back, which is amazing. Alright. Alright, Shu, I have to go level.
Okay. I am 908 XP away from leveling.
You're how many? Did you say 908?
908.
You should figure something out.
I bet I probably can.
Maybe a fireball emote? Maybe.
I wonder how much stuff how much I'd get for killing a couple things.
Kind of like this. Kind of like this. I think we'll take Good Hope. I don't know how to make an emote for the one level of Wizard Splash. Alright, so we have 5, 6. Do we want to try switching over to Swashbuckler? Or do we still think that we're better off just staying... See, because we need Charisma damage and we need... Oh, we may not have enough points even to get up here yet. Right, because this is 12. We have 11 points. So yeah, we don't have the 12 that we needed to get to Charisma to damage it even. Let alone to be able to use the Rune Arm.
So now I'm 52 XP away.
There's a Samius in a costume. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I were to give up the... Oh, I guess I got the Inquisitive points. So 7. Yeah, we could go Swashbuckler now. If we wanted, we could burn this points and this points. We have to go melee, and I'm not sure how much we're going to love being melee. Oh, we don't have single weapon fighting. Yeah, nor do we plan on taking single weapon fighting. I forgot about that. Alright, so never mind. I guess we go back up this tree.
Alright, I can level now.
Seems strong.
Does that mean I can take Raised Dead?
Maybe? That seems fine. This is not my favorite. Like, I feel like I'd like to be swashbuckling right now, but I would have to be able to get that charisma to damage for it to be worth it. Those are all the same. That's all the same. That's all the same. Okay, so this is the only one that changed, really. I'll put that in the 5 spot, I guess. Gear swaps. The only thing that would really make a difference now would be we could pick up our green steel stuff. A couple of our green steel things. You just have Bard and Artie levels. No, I have my Wizard Splash. It's just not a lot that I'm that worried about taking in the Artie Splash yet. If I was swashbuckling, I would be much more excited about taking Eldritch Knight stuff. This requires level 2, right? Yeah. Not letting me. Yeah, this would be good. The heck is this? A giant bouncing worms. Okay. What are you trying to say, Beef? I could get Battle Engineer tier 2s, yeah. And this would be fine to put points into. I don't know, for whatever reason I was thinking that I'd be able to grab a Swashbuckler at some point and switch over to Charisma to damage. Yeah, I wasn't planning on... I forgot that you needed single weapon fighting to take Charisma to damage.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to take 11 yet. I'm going to switch characters to one of my already existing 11s.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat.
I already have two 11s, so we'll see if I can take one of those to 12.
Okay. Alright, so like I said, we have 2 potential gear changes. But it does involve a 3-piece gear swap. Probably worth the 4 already splashed in for fuselage. Maybe. If I had thought about that, I wouldn't have taken the Wizard Splash. Although the Wizard Splash has been doing a lot of work for us right now. Alright, so we have our Cordon Op bracers. Alright, Pete, with the giant worm thing. I can't see the chat. And potentially this hat. So, what this would do...
What the heck is that supposed to be?
I think it's just a giant worm.
Dancing worm.
It's just a big worm. Alright, so what we'd have to do...
Really bad.
Is we would go from 7 dodge. We'd switch this ring. Jump down to 6 dodge. We put that hat on, this bracer on, but we would lose the 5-piece set. And we would lose... We lose the strength bonus, but I don't think that matters. And we would lose essentially our level and hit points for not having the con. That should be okay because we should make up for it here. Like clearly we lose some hit points when we switch. We go from 87 to 76, but we get a lot more SP back. This is probably a reasonable upgrade. Problem is that if we were to put in to grab the 5th piece to get the 5-piece set, we'd have to switch in a trinket, which we could do. We have a couple of trinkets. We have the Curse Bane trinket. Isn't there another trinket? Yeah, you like the Rotting Regisaur? I think it's okay. I'm not that impressed by it. But I don't like to necessarily discard a card from my hand every turn unless I'm going to be getting some sort of real bonus. Is there another 5-piece set trinket? Jump over to the wiki super fast. Yeah, it is not Discord or SAC. That's true. Type. No, there's just the one trinket. Alright. So let's try this just to put the 5-piece set back on. Was this not enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, there it is. I'm not so sure that it is better than the other stuff, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Alright, Shu, I got time for like one more probably before my head decides to explode.
Okay.
So we can keep kind of going through those 11 stuff, or we can head out to desert and just do something different. Oh, the desert you should dominate for us, right?
Maybe.
You're on your Sork.
Yep. But it's all electric, so.
Yeah, it should do all. Should fire off really quickly. I didn't even see Michael was on. Alright, we're currently in walk-up mode. Oh, I missed whatever this was, beef. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh no, I really like the red to, I think it's an instant. It double forks your like Planeswalker activation. That and the Skylands so far are the ones that I'm the most excited about. It's hard to loot. It's hard not to put the Hulk in pretty much every fight. Repeated reverberation. When you next cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability this turn, copy that spell or ability twice. So it gives you 3 activations of like a loyalty ability or whatever. That could be really, really good. I feel like legit playing Gristlebrand is not where you want to be. You pretty much want to sneak it into play. some sort of dirty trick. That is sneaking into play. I don't know. Didn't quite feel that dirty tricky to me. Alright, you should be spell songed. You should be able to start tearing through it whenever you're ready. Alright, I want to make sure that I've successfully maxed out my dodge too. Yeah, okay, good. The problem is most of the mana rocks in Modern cost 2. Speaking of, I went ahead and I bought a second Urza for 35-ish bucks, I think. Yeah, but elves don't need that. Elves just win on turn 5 or whatever, turn 4. I understand mana elves. Just saying elves, though, don't need... Like, if you're playing mana elves, you might as well just play elves. Elves is just as fast a clock as Gristlebrand. I don't know. I'd have to see a list. I feel like it's just too much, not enough. Anyway, get to work, have fun. We'll be back tonight. At least that's the current plan. Did you get your fragmentes? Oh, I forgot to hit this. Yeah, that like really boosted our damage quite a bit actually. That's a significant damage increase. But yeah, as we kind of re-find our footing for the Bard, it's starting to make a lot more sense again. You know, especially in single target things, especially not where not every monster is a bloody undead that is not susceptible to things. Like our crowd control is a lot grosser when is your thing in active danger? Is it okay? When our spells actually work, the Bard is very, very good.
And it picked up a champion method.
Well, probably didn't get past that one I had charmed.
Probably.
I should have left that for shoe. That's my bad. My brain went, this map, I'm the healer. But after I clicked it, you were already... I realized that you were pretty low on the SP.
Meh. Whatever. I got plenty.
Should be fine. Should get you to the shrine at least. Should be around the corner.
My hire has DVs, so.
Well, and as long as I'm holding the monsters, it should... Or dancing, or whatever the monsters, it should be okay. Let's charm that one. That was amazing timing.
You got him charmed just in time because I was about to one-shot him.
Yeah, I saw the lightning bolt on its way just as I'm like, oh, let's charm this one. So are you like... Is this your SLA? The lightning bolt, or is that...
No.
Okay, so you're not maximizing and powering that lightning bolt, are you?
Probably. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not running out of SP, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay. I was just gonna say, usually I, unless it's the SLA, I usually don't maximize and power the lightning bolts.
Yeah, I get it all on. Maximize, heighten, empower, whole 9 yards.
Your 900 point spell. How much mana does it cost to do that? All of it? Dance you?
50.
That's a lot.
It's only 50 apiece. Pocket change.
That's a lot.
I mean, it hits for like 6,000 damage, so...
6,000
Whatever.
is a bunch.
I mean, it like hits everything for like 6,000 damage in one shot.
Dude, lightning sword's in a really good spot. I'm very tempted to just do a sword connects life. That is where I've been leaning. Quite a few chests this run, actually. Alright, kids, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and make excuses and get out of here a little bit early. I realize that, you know, I usually... Want to DDoR us? Yeah, sweet. Would usually go a little bit later on a Wednesday, but I did not prepare any meals, and also my head is starting to dial back up a little bit. So we're having a weird week this week where the pain is not good. So I'm gonna have a little lay down. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day. Also on Wednesdays, I usually don't throw it to anybody because of DDO stream stuff. But there's lots of good DDO streamers out there. I hope you guys take a minute and check out a couple of them in the event that you know, you're in the mood to stick around. Like Voodoo is on, just started, it looks like. Druid's Fire is streaming, Rain, etc., etc. So please check out those guys, and we'll see you guys in a couple hours after I get the brain fire to dial down just a little bit. Alright, everybody, thanks for having a good day. Shu, thanks for hanging out, appreciate you, and we'll see you guys in a few hours. Toodles.